The night was cold and desolate, with the moon shining ominously in the sky, casting eerie shadows on the deserted streets. The air was thick with the scent of fear, and the echoes of a distant scream filled the night. In the darkness, a young woman named Sarah was walking home from a late shift at the diner where she worked. She bundled up in her coat and scarf, trying to ward off the chill in the air. As she walked alone down the dimly lit street, she felt a chill run down her spine. She quickened her pace, sensing that someone was following her. Sarah turned around and saw a shadowy figure lurking behind her. She tried to run, but the stranger caught up to her and grabbed her by the shoulder. Sarah screamed, struggling to break free, but the stranger was too strong. The stranger dragged her into a nearby alley and threw her into a van parked there. He slammed the door shut and drove off into the night. Sarah was blindfolded and bound, unable to see or move as the van drove deeper into the darkness. She could hear the stranger laughing maniacally as he took her to his lair. When the van finally stopped, Sarah was thrown out onto the floor of a dank and musty room. She could hear the sound of dripping water and the flutter of wings as rats scurried across the floor. The stranger removed her blindfold, revealing a twisted and deranged face, with eyes that were black as coal. He spoke in a low, menacing voice, telling her that he had been watching her for months, obsessed with her beauty. He told her that she was his now, and that he would keep her captive forever, to do with as he pleased. He would torture her, break her, and turn her into his twisted and warped creation. Sarah was trapped in the stranger's lair, with no hope of escape. She could feel his icy stare on her, his twisted mind working out new ways to torture her. Days turned into weeks, and Sarah lost all sense of time. She was beaten, starved, and tortured, her screams echoing through the dark and desolate halls. One night, as the stranger slept, Sarah managed to free herself. She slipped out of her restraints, her hands shaking with fear. She ran through the dark and twisted maze of the lair, her heart pounding with fear. As she stumbled through the darkness, she came across a room filled with twisted and deformed creatures, creations of the stranger's madness. They were all staring at her, their eyes filled with pure hate. Sarah knew that she had to get out, to escape the madness that had claimed her soul. She fought her way through the twisted horde, dodging their attacks and fighting for her freedom. Finally, she emerged into the cold night air, free from the stranger's grasp. She ran as fast as she could, never looking back, never stopping until she was safe. But the memory of the stranger's twisted lair haunted her forever, a reminder of the horror that dwelled in the darkness, waiting to claim its next victim. Sarah moved to a new town and changed her name, hoping to leave the past behind. She never forgot the terror she had endured, but she found solace in the fact that she had survived.